Hello and welcome to another episode of the Hutchinson Veterans Outreach Program. Today we have with us Dan Newberry and Tim Burley. Now, Dan, you are with VBOT, sorry. Would you like to explain a little bit about VBOT and what it is you do?
Sure. So the VBOC stands for the Veterans Business Outreach Center. It's an SBA administered program. It's a grant program and it's managed by the Wisconsin Women's Business Initiative Corporation. There's 22 VBOCs throughout the United States. And I happen to cover this region, which is Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Illinois. And the program offers a couple different types of educational programs. So we have the Boots to Business, which is catered towards service members about to get out of the military, so pre-transition vets. Okay. And then we have the Boots to Business Reboot program, which is available to post-transition, so veterans as well as their spouses and children. So, and that's an educational program that helps veterans learn how to essentially start a business. So a lot of times service members get out and they think that right away they got to go to college or right away they got to get into the workforce. Well, you can also work for yourself. And so the VBOC provides those resources and that opportunity to veterans. On top of the educational program we offer, we also do one-on-one counseling. We help veterans write business plans. We help them understand how to legally structure their business. We can connect them with other resources as far as attorneys, CPAs, access to capital. That's a big one. A lot of veterans look for ways to finance their business.
Oh, exactly.
So, and then on top of that, we have just extra classes that we'll host throughout the year. Anything from introduction to entrepreneurship. So what does it mean to be an entrepreneur? What skills do you need to have to become an entrepreneur? And that's what the VBOC's for. It's really that extra tool in the toolbox for veterans when they get out of the service.
That is very cool, very cool. Now, you not only work with veterans, but you are a veteran as well. Yeah. So you've kind of been through some of the processes that veterans would have to go through, basically just trying to do things on their own.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I relate a lot with our clients. I was in the military. I was in from January 2004 to August 2012, 2 deployments to Iraq, Purple Heart recipient. And when I got out, I had this really hard transition. I didn't have a plan because it was so abrupt. I got hurt, so I was medically discharged. And so from 110 days that I got hurt, I was out on the street and married, 2 kids, and 1 on the way. Mm-hmm. So it was a really rough transition. So then throughout the times of being unemployed and working jobs that I wasn't necessarily happy with, I was like, you know what, I'm going to start my own business. And when I started my own business, it was an apparel company that spawned off a fitness class I was teaching for free on the weekends. Yeah. And I did that with just bootstrapping it. I used my own money that I had in my bank account and so on and so forth. And at that time, I didn't know that the VBOC existed. So I kind of had to go and learn about it the hard way. And with resources like the VBOC, that could save you a lot of money because we can teach you how to file the paperwork to get your own LLC and file those articles of incorporation within the state and connect you with other resources that can help you write a business plan. That way you're not shelling out a ton of money to just get started. So there's a lot of advantages to working with the Veterans Business Outreach Center.
Wow, that's a lot. And I mean, for the veterans just coming back, that's a really excellent resource to go to. What about the veterans that have been in for a while or have gotten out for quite a while?
We're here to serve them too. I have veterans all the time that maybe they were in Vietnam era and they've retired now from their job and they want to start a little hobby business. I have a lot of those clients like, hey, I want to do this little auto shop. Oh, okay. Well, we can help you with that as well. So there's not really an age limit here. Nice. So it's really, what I think is really unique about the VBOC is there's not a whole lot of red tape to work with this either. Once you go into the SBA's website and you register for the VBOC, you'll automatically get assigned to a counselor, which if you're in Minnesota, you would most likely deal with me or my colleague, Dr. Makiba. And we are the people you would be talking to. So it's not like you're going to go through this channel and you might get passed off to this person or that person. No, you're going to be talking to me.
I know a lot of veterans do have issues with paperwork.
Yeah.
I know I do my own self. It just seems to never go away.
Well, we're bred to work smarter, not harder. So let's get through all the red tape and let's get to work.
Exactly, exactly. Now, from my understanding, we were talking a little earlier, and you do work with veteran spouses and their children as well?
Yep. So the education piece of the program is available to veterans and their families. So that does mean their kids, that means their spouses. I've even had some grandkids reach out.
Nice.
So it doesn't, the families serve too, and we want to make sure that we support those families.
Definitely. I know most of the vets that I do know, if not all of them, are behind their families 110%. And to know that, they're actually being able to access some of the things that we're able to access is just fantastic. Now, you just got here into Hutchinson today. You want to talk a little bit about why it is that you came out here and what you and Tim are setting up? And
So, well, part of the goal for me is to really build a relationship within the community as another resource for veterans here in Hutchinson. There's a lot of veterans here that want to start a business or they have a business and they just need that additional support. I met Tim when we were working on another project together, and over the past several years that the VBOC has been available to people in the state of Minnesota, we weren't really well known. So it's my goal to build a relationship here and to let these service members know that we're a resource here for them. And because of that, we're going to be opening up an office here locally in Hutchinson at the Economic Development Center.
very nice. I don't know, do we have an address for that, or?
It's out it's the business incubator with the Hutch Economic Development, which is out on, behind Michigan there in that new industrial complex, behind Warrior, in that general area. I don't have a physical address. I know they'll, when Dan talked about, when we initially started talking, we were talking to the Southern California VBOC.
Okay.
And we were doing with the Welcome Home.vet program a veterans transition agriculture project. And we just happened to get linked up with Milwaukee, and I knew Milwaukee was the location of it, but in Minnesota we have less resources that we're aware of. And I've been working quite a long time on awareness and getting Hutchinson into that mode. So when I started talking to Miles Seppelt, who's the Economic Development Director, and Gary Forcier, our mayor, Matt Jonick, those guys, with the city, it was, veterans provide a lot of economic benefits to a city.
Oh, definitely.
And, this is the now city with a purpose, are formed on a purpose, and this is also where the veterans community are forming or joining together for a purpose. And that's to make, this doesn't only serve Hutchinson, it serves the whole state of Minnesota. But the nice part is it's based in Hutchinson, so our local veterans can take full advantage of it, as can veterans anywhere in the state or in Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. But it also opens some doors up with economic development, capitalization for veterans. We're looking now and talking to banks and resources to set up grant or loan funds for veterans. So as we dig more and more into the 15% of our population that are veterans, we look at how do we make this population better and how do we make Hutchinson a better community because of it.
Exactly. And there are so many veterans with so many different talents out there that can come up with all kinds of ideas.
Absolutely. Veterans are mission focused, right?
Exactly.
And when they're in the military, they've gotten a lot of skills that make them a successful business owner. Some of the largest businesses and the most recognizable brands were started by veterans. Nike is one of them. FedEx is another one. So there's a lot of good that comes out of veterans that decide to be business owners. Roughly 11% of the businesses in the United States are veteran owned. So veterans are not only the backbone of our country, but they're the backbone of our economy as well.
Exactly. Well, I want to just check if there's anything that either two of you would like to add in here. And do we have a phone number that maybe we could give out, or?
Well, they can get in touch. I mean, Dan will have his information, and we'll be getting that readily available to veterans in the community through the Legion, the VFW, and DAV, and our veterans organizations here. We'll be working with the community and with Dan to get that. Right now, they can go onto the VBOC site, or I think WIBIC site, and get the contact there, and I'll have Dan give you that. The website's there, but they can contact the local Legion office and we'll be able to get in touch with them too. We're helping right now with the coordination when they're planning on being here, Dan looking at the third week of every month. And then Dr. McCabe Butler, who's the other individual there, will be coming out here. And that might be together or apart. We're still in the process of that. We'll be going to economic development after this to look at the facilities. They'll have an office there with conference room and everything availability. So
Very
veterans
nice.
here can go right there and deal with that. Our Legion offices are, right now we're kind of Dan and I base out of. And our Welcome Home Vet office is now in there, as well as Saluting Community Heroes. So we've kind of
Well, the
turned it
nice thing
into
is it's getting into being all-in-one. You know,
It-
a veteran can actually go in and say, okay, these are the issues that I'm dealing with. These are the things that I need. How can you help?
Well, the Legionnaires here and all the veterans, I use the Legion because they have the, quote, office complex, and it's with the Richard Larson Builders, in the Richard Larson Builders across from the back gate, I think of 3M is what they call it.
Yep.
And with me being in there with our other programs, we're finding a lot more veterans can come in any time of the day. It used to be open from like 9 in the morning till noon, and we had a secretary there or an assistant, and we really didn't have any, it's call Tim or call Tom or call whoever. Now we have an office there. We're there so veterans can come in, and many of them, we have that old saying, put your pride aside.
Yep.
They like private meetings. We like to meet privately, and that provides us that opportunity. And the same with Dan. If Dan needs to come over for the VBOC to use our facilities, and any veteran who wants to use the facility for the good of veterans is welcome.
Exactly. I know a lot of times it's like, okay, if I want to talk to somebody, I want a one-on-one, face-to-face, and most veterans do prefer that.
And that's how it works, when you register with the VBOC, right away, within a couple days, you'll get a welcome email with a link where you get to schedule time on our calendar. It's not us telling you what time to be there, it's you get to schedule it.
Very nice.
So it's a very smooth process, and a lot of times they just want to bounce their ideas off somebody. So we really are that battle buddy when you want to start a business.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. And welcome to Hutchinson. And
Thank you.
I hope, well, both for your business and for all the vets out there, it turns out to be very lucrative. So thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you, Lisa. I
And
appreciate it.
thank you for your service.
You as well.
Thank you, Lisa.
Very special day here, as it is Veterans Appreciation Night. And we would like to start this ceremony by asking all veterans to please rise and be recognized. Please give these people a round of applause. We thank you very much for your service to our cities, our state, and our nation. A couple of very special kids out there. These are our Eagle Scouts who helped with two major projects out here at Veterans Memorial Field. First of all, Grant Ketcher, who is joined by his mother and father, Shad and Melissa Ketcher. Grant helped out with, in the front of our field where the 5 flags are, or the flags are out there. Grant's Eagle project was to help put down a pathway, mulching, and the flowers. Also out on the field is Scout Tommy Pullman, whose Eagle Scout project was to put in the right field flag. Tommy is joined by Tim and Jennifer Pullman and sister Leslie, and also Grandma Mary Anderson. Let's give these Scouts a round of applause. We want to thank Grant and Tommy for their hard work in helping to make Veterans Memorial Field not only a beautiful place to play baseball, but also a place to honor our American flag and the brave men and women who have served our country. Thank you very much. We will now ask those scouts to retire to right field, please, as they will be raising the flag for our national anthem. We would now like to recognize the commander of the Hutchinson American Legion, Tim Burley, for comments.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to some Hutchinson baseball. The American Legion is, and all of our veteran organizations are proud to support Hutchinson baseball. We have three Legion baseball teams this year. In fact, we just got information from the state that this will be the highest number of teams we've had throughout our state of Minnesota for many, many years. Legion baseball started in 1925, and we have continued the support. I'd like to thank the Boy Scouts for working with us on getting our flags up. And once again, enjoy baseball, enjoy the veterans, and enjoy the field.
Thank you, Tim. And now we would like to ask everyone to please rise if you are able. As the colors were presented by the Hutchinson Memorial White Rifle Squad, we ask that you remain standing until the colors are retired. Our national anthem today will be performed by Pastor Brian Naring, and Eagle Scouts Grant Ketcher and Tommy Pullman will be raising the American flag in right field.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?